Rightio, we are pressing the buttons, letting out the notifications, and plotting the downfall of mankind. Well, not so much that last one, but we can hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rightio. As you can obviously tell, we are playing Vintage Story today. Let's jump over to the game screen while it continues to load, and hopefully doesn't crash on us. And then we will continue. A little bit more of a rushed setup, and I didn't have things sorted when I pressed the live button, but usually I try to have this loaded beforehand. I did do a brief check during the time since we last streamed this to make sure that everything didn't get corrupted when we poked at things. I did forget to do one thing, but at least I think I did. We'll find out when it loads. Nope, it's not asking us for a new thing, so we're good. Okay. Let's continue to get some of this tin. Because might as well grab it. And I realized just now that you're probably not getting the game sounds. Because they probably weren't coming through as they were. big is this? It doesn't seem to be all that big. Cool. We might actually finish it with the pickaxe we've got. Remember, most of the locals don't seem to like us. Then again, most of the locals seem to be able to teleport. And crumple into dust when we kinda stick a knife in them. Crap. The locals are here. Oh! Okay, that's the only one that chased us. And he didn't have anything for us. Hey, just because we're neighbors doesn't mean that you can try to steal my land. Okay, looks like we got him. Wait, this is my land. I claimed it fair and square. Hey there, Wayne. Ooh, temporal gear. Hi. How you doing, Wayne? We're currently trying to defend our stolen land from thieves. Ah. Bad spider puppy thing. The spider puppy thing does not like me. And that hurt. Ow. No living siege machines here. Not allowed. Ah. Jumped on my head. I am not a Goomba. You are not Mario. Fair enough. I've not long woken up myself, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Because might as well get things done. Might as well have a bit of fun. Okay, another temporal gear. Everything's coming up Fox. Well, except for the fact that we keep getting hit with stones, and these guys keep trying to steal our stuff. What were we? Okay, we've got the anvil. Oh, we're almost out of spears. Okay, we're probably going to have to run for the shack again. Yeah, we're probably going to have to go for the shack. Make some more spears. We've got plenty of material to make it from. Even though it seems like they've learnt their lesson. They're no longer in our land. Hey, the one that jumped on me, they're not allowed to try be a brain slug. I'm not Fry. Or any other Futurama team. Right. That's the other thing I need to look. Okay, we've got copper. We've got tin. We've got a whole bunch of stone that we're going to have to do stuff with. Like make granite cobblestone. But even then we've got to work everything out. Excuse me, no solicitors. Don't care if Dave is supposedly all-powerful and all-knowing. No solicitors means no solicitors. We need to figure out food. Food is good. We just don't seem to have any. And, oh, that's right, we have more tin than we have copper. That's my wall. Stay off my wall. Oh, hey. Here's some fiber for me. No fish. Siege engine's not allowed. Hi, Kilmore. You have joined the mayhem. Looks like we are having a serving of a handful of cranberries and some sea berries. I think something went wrong. Those ones just aren't dying. I guess they're immortal. Ooh, turnip. Okay, I don't see any more mushrooms around. Alright. Currently short some sticks, but that's okay. We have trees. And there goes my axe. Yep, mood swings are not the greatest. I hope everything is well. At least as well as can be. And no judgments here. I mean, if all goes well, I'll be playing some Project Zomboid in a few hours with some lovely beans. Oh, hey, more turnips. Okay, with that we can make a simple turnip and berry stew. Nope, just turnips. Understandable. I will try to be lurking for the D&D stuff today. If it is the stuff I'm thinking. I might be playing Project Zomboid in a few hours. It's not the most nutritional meal, but we have turnip stew, which is almost all gone, but still. We are going to take 8 of those, the knife, get some steaks, go over here. Okay, gonna need another couple of these. Well, not a couple, another one. But 2 more fish traps that we're gonna have to constantly check on. But that's okay. I have a plan for that. Yeah. I remember seeing that in Kai's chat. Well, I remember, well, we remember because it was co-fronting at the time. It was not a no, it was not a fun co-front. You got Arby's and Kai asked if you got enough for everyone. Where did I put my charcoal? There. And then we got distracted trying to figure out No Man's Sky ourselves. Okay, 600. We need 2 different. We need a few differences. No, that's problematic. We didn't make enough of that, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Tara. Beepity beep.
Hello, motherfucker.
I decided I needed to stream, so here we are. It's the Things and Stuff show, where I have no idea what I'm doing. That should be more than enough charcoal to do that. And yes, I shall hydrate. We're getting a pickaxe and 3 ingots. Why 3? Because I didn't have anything else to put them into. And then hopefully later on I will be playing some Project Zomboid with some lovely beans. And then also hanging out with some of the lovely beans and call. Hop, 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 hop. Yeah, that's a little bit safer for me to walk through. Yeah, I think we'll work on that a bit tomorrow, because I'm hoping I can do that Monday night. Yeah, Monday nightish. Because as much as I'd like to pick that up directly myself, we don't have the finances. Okay, cool. Wait, 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 wait. This is my rabbit trap. No spider puppies allowed. I don't care if you're only visiting. No spider puppies allowed. Yes, you're spider, not spider puppy. There is a difference. My brain was going wolf spiders. That is the correct answer, right? Hey, 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 hey. I've told you time and time again. No solicitors. Man, those guys are really, really aggressive on trying to get us to support Dave. I mean, I'm sure Dave is a wonderful giant rust monster, but still. Noot noot indeed. Take it easy, rest well. And there we go. The need for a pickaxe is strong. Luckily, we planned ahead and have a pickaxe cooling down. It's still going to be a little bit before we can do anything with it. So we're just going to go to some random spots along the way here. And because I can't remember what we need for things, if I need a mod or something, because I don't see it there, we're just going to stack some stones like this every so often. Oh hey, a worm. Especially one over here. There's some more here. What am I doing? I have no idea. Those two are still... I have no idea what's wrong with them. Yes, I know I'm probably going to need stone at a later point, but... yeah. We'll dig some more up. So if I go to this one, I should be able to see that one. Go to this one. Only just see this one over here. So clear some stuff around it. Probably won't help during the winter, if we get a winter. But still. I can see the next two. From here I can see that one and that one. And that works enough for me. Right, black bear pelt with head. Is this one that we needed to oil? Because if so, I don't see any fat. Oh no, it is the cured one. Okay. We will get ourselves a supply of rope eventually. Well, more than just eventually. And yes, I know seeing me organize things is not the most exciting thing in the world, but it needs to be done. And I've got to do it off here. Hey, Terry. Th Thank you so much for the 5-watch streak. I know my streaming's not exactly easy to keep up with because I am very much inconsistent. So having you do that is so much. God damn it. I knew I forgot to do something. I forgot to put the tongs down. Okay, there's tin bronze. We need to find ourselves some more copper. And while we're at it, we need to get some more brain. Some more food. So we know our copper is over that way. Thanks to finding some more earlier. At least I think this isn't the one that we mined up. But we also need to be on the lookout for Smokey and Friends. Because I don't know where Smokey went. Ooh, lingonberry. I'm just going to grab a sporadic amount of them and leave those ones alone. Jack-o'-lanterns are not the ones we want to harvest, if any. Oh, there's an elephant down there. There's an elephant down there. An elephant or a woolly mammoth, one of the two. But do they have to be separate? I feel like if I continue this way, I'm going to be in trouble. Witch's hats. Let's grab some of these. Because we can stew them. Stuff will grow back eventually. Fly buy a Garrick next to Witch's Hat? Wait. Traders. Leo the Commodities Merchant. I wish I had my gears on me. So let's talk to this other trader. Clothing Merchant. Bedware the Clothing Merchant. How I did not notice those two last time we came through here, I don't know. Wait. Dryad Saddle. Are you... You are one of the good ones to eat. We broke our knife, so let's deal with that first. Tinderhoof, that's another edible one. These ones edible. Yes. Why I'm harvesting so many is in different types is because they can last quite a while. What did we find in this one? Limite. So titanium. Got it. And we need to be careful with what we pick up now. Okay. Alright, there's the copper right there. Cool. Problem. We don't have anywhere to put it. At least inventory wise, until we do that. No, wrong pick. We want this one. With this lot of copper, hopefully we will have enough to make the anvil, which means we can make a saw, which means we can also make a chisel, which means we unlock better storage. We unlock the ability to make chests. Well, once we smash out some ingots and nails and strips. see, is there anything left? Yes. Yes, there is. Now, is there anything left? Did we miss any copper? No. Cool. Density search. Hit there, and hit down there. Bismuth. And he came out of nowhere. Is he trying to imitate some wrestler or something? Smokey? No. No, 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 no. You leave us alone and we leave you alone. I think we have an understanding with Smokey. Kinda. However, the other local inhabitants, not so much. Oh hey, Gary and Larry disappeared. Cool. No more immortal drifters sitting in our way. The ladders and the worms can go there. We have 730 there. 955. Okay. We are going to need to mess with things. It's 480. It's 500. It's 600. 7, 8, 9. Hopefully that is the right ratio. but I could be wrong. After that, we need to grab that. Yeah, we'll be able to make the anvil, but we won't be able to make much more. Oh yeah, put my charcoal in my inventory. Alright, I've got to do a thing. Okay, well you're using charcoal now. That's fine. Okay, 900 units of tin bronze. Let's pick up that there, and have our mushroom stew. Oh. 500 saturation per. Okay, cool. Ah, boy. That can go in there. We'll give it an extra couple just in case. Throw that back in there. We are not. Alright, there's copper over there. There's copper over there. But this lot of copper is no longer here. There's a fair amount there. We'll probably find more as well. So we're going to pin that, save it so that we have a reference of where to go. But in the meantime, the rift activity is calm, so we'll do some more house-based work while we wait. And by house-based, I mean replacing some of this with stone instead of dirt. Do I have a design I'm going with? No, not really. And another thing we're going to be able to do once we've got a saw, make a door that doesn't fall apart when we open it. Hop, 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 hop. Okay, that's almost done. Extending this out by that many, because why not? Let's get some more of that. That should be enough. Oh, I almost did a dumb there. Well, I did do a dumb, but the game didn't register it. Do 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 do. And now we can take out this wall, mostly because we now have more workable area. But yes, you did hear right earlier, we are planning on, in the next couple of days, having Time Stranger come through on stream. Am I going to be any good at it? Probably not, but hey, it's going to be having fun anyway. I'd love for them to see them do a remake of Digimon World, but this might be the closest I get. Am I upset about that? No. Am I likely to play any of the fan projects, fan remakes for Digimon World? Maybe. There we go. This does not feel as cramped anymore. Though we need to move this lighting. Just over a little bit. There we go. That's a bit more illuminated. I didn't mean to do a knife, but it's always good to have a backup one. We need to finish our terraforming here. And that means smashing out a whole bunch of stone. Either that, or we raise the wall up another half dozen blocks. I mean, that's probably going to be the best idea, but still. I don't want to do that at the moment. Alright. I mean, sure, this is building materials. I mean, look at how much dirt we've got stacked up there already. I mean, sure, it's low fertility dirt, so it's not the most useful, but it's still dirt. We can turn it into packed dirt for roads. Actually, ooh, I have a thought for how to use some of this. I have a thought, just to show if I remember the recipe right. Nope. There's 4 on top of one of those, so we'll be able to get Stony Path and Stony Path slabs, which will make traversing certain areas easier, like checking on our fish traps and getting to our farming area. It does mean we have to dig up a bit more, but after the fact, we have so much more to do. By the time we're done with some of this, the anvil should be solidified. And we also need to take this part right here out. We're going to need to level that off a bit more, but yeah. I mean, yeah, we're still going to have to raise the wall up a little bit, but... Okay, more than just a little bit. But getting a base level for things, yeah. I'm happy with getting that sorted. Plus, now that we've got the anvil sorted, we do kind of need to get the smithing area set up. And, well, to do that, I need to finish terraforming. Because my smithy, I want in a certain area that was covered. And you know what? We are going to check. We're getting there. We're getting closer to leveling stuff up. Am I going to get some more solid granite? Not at this stage, but we have ways of getting that. Alright. Let's stack up some more of this dirt. Get it out of the inventory and out of the way. That dirt's going to disappear, and we're going to eventually get things covered. One more serving left in there. Yeah, I think one of the first tools I will be making is a tin bronze shovel. shovel, saw, and chisel. Yep. We have enough materials to cast a new pickaxe, so that's not a big worry. Let's lay this out. I want that to be for eventually a reusable charcoal pit. But for the moment, this is going to be charcoal storage. Then we go out like this. And go from there. I admit this is not going to be the most entertaining stream or video for those watching it later, and potentially on YouTube, but it does show some of the work that needs to be done. Or some of the work that we are doing, I should say. Like, could I have done this off stream? All that, yes, but that would have required me making the pickaxe and all that off here. I didn't want to do that. And while I'm thinking about food for some reason, we're going to come over here, chicken on everything. Turnips are not too bad. Our flax, that's going to take forever, but yep. As you can see, we've almost demolished this pickaxe just doing this. So we'll have to go sort that out in a moment. Okay, cool. We shall get some more cobblestone because we're going to need a forge. And it requires cobblestone to make, so yeah. Forge, anvil, storage. So, let's do something like that for the moment. And this can sit there just for the moment.
Hello, motherfucker.
Get out. Hi, Floof. Hope you're doing well. What was this one? Okay. We have 13 left over. If I do that, let's see what happens. Okay, that won't make anything. Cool. So we're only making a new pickaxe, but that works. At least from that end. How you doing, Floof? We'll have to make some more food after this, which we'll probably use the witch's hats for. Wherever we ended up putting them. Over here. Cool. I know I'm probably using too much charcoal for that, but we can make more. Okay, so we want saw, chisel, and shovel. Saw, chisel, shovel. Okay, you are a workable temperature. Let's go straight for the chisel. I'm just going to use autocomplete because I want to get this done. And I have a little bit of pain in my wrist tonight. Now, where's the shovel head? There. That's the shovel. And now we go for the saw blade, which is right there. And as you can see, thanks to one of the mods we have, we are getting the occasional metal bit back from smashing off, well, separating the pieces we don't need. Huh. We've got just over an ingot's worth there. That will be useful for repairing tin bronze stuff. We have 22 tin bronze bits. That's not too bad. But we can't put them all on in a pile like we'd really want to. So we're going to have to throw them into a storage vessel. Tin bronze shovel. And the saw. Which means... yeah. We now have the ability to cut stuff into planks. Like these linden logs. We can grab the saw, turn them into planks. Do that, and we have a door. I can't remember, but I think it's something like this. No. It's not that. Another bucket. I had the planks around the wrong way. Does not surprise me. But we have a barrel. If I remember rightly, we need 3. Lime water, weak tannin, strong tannin. If I'm remembering right. There we go. A nice solid door. And now it actually counts as a room in here, not a chaotic mess. Grab one of these. Do that. And now we have our bucket. There we go. Right. We need to sort out food again. But we are looking like we're in a better position than we started with. says refine this on an anvil. Okay, so I guess we refine. I don't know exactly how we refine, but we refine. So we need those back. Okay, that is workable temperature. Hello. F. Separate. Cool. That's one way of doing it, I guess. Can we stick it straight onto a stick? Yes. Right. We have our backup pickaxe now. Survival. Let's take our ability to survive falls a bit better. Cooking pot. Witch's hats. I wonder. Hefty witch stew. I guess we... Where are they? Here they are. Chop up some logs. What did you do to yourself, Flurf? What did you do to yourself? You probably slept wrong. Either that or it's a sign you're getting old. Bit much information there, Floofy. Bit much information. It's all good. Ground turns into mulch. Alright, yeah. We can bring this in now. And then we grab 4 of those. I want to say it's this. Alright, we don't have the chisel on us. I was close. I was doing it the wrong way. Now we have a quern. I bet. I bet you're very sore, and I bet you're very eepy. Now let's see. We've got our dry leaves in a couple locations. I want to say. No, just the one. Okay. What can we use mulch for? Straight fertilizer. That's not too bad. It's not the best fertilizer, but it does the nitrogen and the phosphates, and I can't remember the other ones. Another one. Nitrates, phosphates, and something else. Which we're going to throw several of these on top of the turnips that we've got planted. Because, yeah, reasons. What is the rift? At calm still. Cool. So we come down here. Nitrogens. That. $20. 30. That should make things so much better. And that one broke for some reason. So we're going to hope that if we do the sleep, that will fix itself. And I'll have to look into getting a windmill because we have the quern now, and I really don't want to be doing this all the time. It's one of those things, if I do it, I have to do it frequently, I am going to do it off here. Yeah, we put the fertilizer on it and it jumped up to a new one, so that's why it was in the minuses. So sleeping helped with that. So if we've done this right, the nitrogen levels should become pretty much close to 100%, minus what the turnip takes. Come on, Gary. You know you're not allowed in here. A bone arrow, of course. That's exactly what we need. Not. Oh, hey, cool, flax. I wonder if these two are going to be the immortal Larry and Gary. Hi, Narya. Why are you leaving? But how you doing? No, I was talking to the drifter that decided to walk through the open gap in my gate. Well, in my wall, I should say, not my gate. How you doing, Narya? Yeah, I'm supposed to be running this way to a copper deposit. Oh, that sounds very unfortunate. Oh, hey, risen. Fair enough. I mean, when testing a new system, you always want to go to the thing you might want to. You might think it will make it crash. Ugh, words. I mean, isn't that why for the longest time the thing it was asked was, will it run Crysis? Hey, more witch's hat. I'm going to pretend I know what you're talking about with Oculink, because I admit I haven't been keeping up with a lot of things. And a lot of my tech news is currently coming from very biased sources. Huh. I'm just going to smile and nod. They're very biased because the good reviews for they've done for various stuff, I'm fairly certain have been paid for because they have been sponsored repeatedly by the company. And even before that, they were a bit of a fan person for Intel and such. Yeah, I mean, technically, a lot of advertising is very biased reviews. Which is honestly why, for a lot of things when I'm looking at them, I go by word of mouth. If I hear good things about them, I look into it. If I hear bad things about them, I don't. Like, the only reason I have a 3060 card at the moment is because the one I got had a lot of good word of mouth. Yeah, it's not too bad. I've got the 12 gig card, if I remember rightly. And honestly, I think that's what's keeping a lot of my system running. Especially seeing as my CPU is in the process of dying. Slowly. A slow, agonizing death, but still. If I'm careful, I might be able to make it last another year and a half. Here. Cool. Here's some copper, which is exactly what I need. My inventory is not... Why'd I just make that? I have a shovel in my inventory. I know why I made it. I didn't have... I wasn't thinking. Knife blade, you can go. Bone arrow, you can go. Yeah, considering I went from a 10 series to a 30 series. The budget currently is non-existent because the power and internet bill is, as much as I hate saying this, about 240 short at the moment, and it's due next week. Which is why I've got the dono bar back up. And I hate pointing that stuff out. Because as much as I try to be self-sufficient financially, having to put a dono bar out like that makes me feel like I'm begging for money. And I don't like that feeling. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I am putting money aside each week. Well, starting to put money aside each week for trying to get some investments up and running. Because if I can get some investments up and running, I can get finances sorted a bit easier. I mean, it might only be $5 or so each week for put aside, but it then goes 4 weeks after that and I can start a minor investment. I'm going to be trying to set up a little bit of passive income. But to be fair, it will be a long time before it's a viable, livable option. Okay, a semi-passive income. An income where I don't have to worry so much about it. I mean, sure, I'd love to be trading on the stock market day in, day out, getting richer that way, but I highly doubt I'd be able to do that. Come on, where's this Galena? Not that way, apparently. Medium amounts this way. Okay. Okay, it's definitely not up. Let's just take a reading here. You know what? If I we'll forget about Galena because realistically we don't have the space for it. If we had bigger bags, maybe. I feel bad for doing that, but if I do that, no, I have no idea what to do with that pelt. We'll find out soon enough. It's going to have to go into offhand. Okay, need to scrape it. Got it. Which means then I can take the fat, oil hide, that way. Which means that my investment into better packs is increasing. Even if it's going to be slow going and I'd rather jump straight to linen sacks, but hunter's backpacks, well, they're not the worst. That looks to be a bird because it's moving erratically. Right. This is probably going to be dumb and dangerous, but I don't care. First, nom 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 nom. Ow. Ow. See? Dumb and dangerous. Ow. I really didn't want to do another couple of these, but I died over this way. So we are running over this way. Or, well, more specifically, swimming. But you get what I mean. But yeah, my current plan, investment-wise, is buy stocks, sell stocks, and go from there. I can't afford more than $5 a week at the moment, but yeah. Say I buy a stock for, buy 100 stocks for $5. I know it's not realistic for most companies. And I then go see the next day, oh, I can sell those stocks for $6. I might do it. Probably not, because brokerage fees would kill me. So, more realistically, say I buy 100 stocks for $15, and I see them going the next day for, realistically, it's not going to change this much, but for, say, $23. Am I going to sell? Yes. Because that then gives me more money to do the shares with. Get more shares. I can go from eventually being only buying maybe 1 or 2 shares at a time to buying thousands. But I know the adage when it comes to that is never invest more than you can afford to lose. I know that's the general stuff for that, but hey, if I lose 5 weeks of $5, that's $5 that would for 5 weeks that would have gone to something else that I probably didn't need. Like takeout or something like that. But once I get some of the bills I have sorted, I'll be able to invest more than $5 a week. Will the government like that? Probably not, considering I am on government supplemented income. But I have checked with them before. If I do this, this, and this, do I have to declare it? Only over a certain amount.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hi, Fasura. How you doing? No wonder it hurts so much. It's a giant deer. 18 raw red meat. I am turning that into jerky. 3 giant hides. Ooh. Only oil one of them. That's unfortunate. We will take those bones. If I remember rightly, we can go bone meal. My character really sucks at throwing. Hello. Well, it's not so much sucks at throwing, sucks at aiming. And I'm doing mostly okay. Ended up talking a bit about finance stuff, but there's no big surprise. But I see this large deposit of brown coal, and I want it. I know the natives don't want me to have it. But the natives aren't here to stop me. Let's quickly nom on some turnips. Because why not? And some bushmeat jerky. Don't think I'm going to be able to get that one very easily. Ooh, 128 already. And even more over here. I could be wrong, but I think this is one of the components I need for explosives. Am I wrong? Yes. Yes, I am. But I'm okay with that. Because this means we don't have to make charcoal for a long time. I say long time, but... Hello, lead. Okay. I can't remember what I can make out of lead, but I was looking for it earlier. Okay, what can we make out of you? laminate way plates, spike traps, fishing lures. If we use the plates, we can make nothing that we really need, but lead. We can make leaded glass panes, which is glass. Unfortunately, we don't have glass at the moment. Here, I was thinking I could use lead for making torch holders. Daria, eat something. Or I'll tell Morathians, get them to tell you off. But I'm probably going to be getting onto Final Fantasy XIV after this. At least for a little bit. Eat something that sustains you. More than... Eat something that nourishes your body. Yes, that's what I want to say. Go eat food. You know, I think I've got enough brown coal. Yep, I've got enough brown coal. There's a menace out there trying to shoot me. Now how do I get out of here? I think it's up here. Yes, in one way. You can't survive without air, but you can't survive without eating something substantial. Air is not substantial enough to be eaten. Ow. I'm running out of spears. I'm down to 2. And whatever this is, I want to kill it. I can only just see it. Oh, it was a lynx. I hunted down and killed a lynx. A Eurasian lynx. Does that make me a monster? Or just hungry? Yes, the kitty cat got hunted. But I was hungry. And I needed to make some bushmeat jerky. Knowing my luck, I'm going to be running through this forest and get jumped by Smokey and the bandit. And don't want to climb the rock face, well, the mountain face, so we are just trying to run around it. We're taking the long way home. Dang it. I made myself want to watch a movie. But I kind of don't have access to the movie at the moment. Actually, I made myself want to watch 3 movies, realistically. Smokey and the Bandit, The Burt Reynolds Cannonball Run movie. I can't remember if it was called Cannonball Run or something like that. But no, it was based on the Cannonball Run. And I can't think of the title of the third movie, and that's bugging me. Probably the second Smokey and the Bandit movie. Hey, Taka!
Button.
Thank you for the 12 months of support. It means a lot. I hope you're doing well, and I am being caveman. I am running through forest with a spear. Cave person. You know what I mean. Cave being. Cabbage seeds. Maple seeds. I hunted down a lynx. I hunted a kitty. Kitty tried to run away. Kitty got stuck in water. Kitty became lunch. I mean, what? Yeah, I admit I enjoy it more with friends, but honestly, doing this is teaching me a lot about the gameplay mechanics. And a few other bits and pieces. Like, I know this is heavily modded because, well, woolly mammoth. Ow! Yes, I know my encoder does not like the woolly mammoth didn't like me. Oh. I don't know what I did to it. Yeah. You know, the way that this is laid out on the ground just makes me think fish cat. Hmm. Because unfortunately it raises us up off the ground a little bit. However, I am going to have to call it here for me for tonight. I have a bit of a headache forming and I need to get up and do a fair amount of dishes. So, we're going to quickly take a look to see who is live. Who we can throw you all at. And you know what? We're going to throw you at a Hawaiian. Here's our raid message. And hopefully I shall be live tomorrow. If not, it will be the next night with Digimon. Time Stranger. Yep, we're going to throw you out an adorable Hawaiian corgi named Hero.